Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is hoping you're buying into their illusion. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest, but this is somebody who feels like they can distract you or use great vocabulary or flattery to keep you seeing them in a particular way. And with the Nine of Mallets being in the reverse, I do feel like initially this person is able to kind of fool you. But it's one thing to, be a little bit successful in confusing someone with a first impression. And it's a whole other thing to try to be able to maintain that, right? So I do feel like you pick up on this person being shady. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime 10. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, key controller. How's it going? If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And you can also find out more about the 3 different tiers I have in terms of memberships. If you go in the description box below, there's a link down there for you as well. Hello, dude. Hello, April. How we doing? And by the way, if you are in the Stars or the Towers group, we've got a live stream this week. I'm looking at Thursday. Let me know your thoughts on that, please. All right, we're going to start off with the Noisy Tarot. Let's see. The last live stream was an 18 plus. I have this deck that I made myself. I had literally forgotten like the majority of the things that I had because it's been so long ago that I made that. So appreciate all of you that were in that live stream for laughing at my responses. All right, what else do we have? 10 of Pentacles and the World. This feels like someone who wants you to believe that they've had an experience that they have not had. This feels like family. Yeah, this is somebody who wants you to believe they see things differently. That a chapter is over, that they have moved on or they've grown up in some way. They're not like who they used to be. But why do I feel like this is not authentic or not real? These are all good cards. We've got 10 of Pentacles, the World, Hanged Man, and the Sun. And altogether, this seems to be saying that, there's a new chapter here that is abundant and somebody has a new perspective. Both of these cards are about enlightenment, but for whatever reason, I feel like it's fake enlightenment. Like somebody wants you to believe that they've had a change of heart and they're doing everything the way they're supposed to now, and they'll never repeat the mistakes of the past, right? What else do we have? So this is somebody that you've probably been no contact with or low contact, a person that you've kind of like not got a lot of insight into their life right now. And with the 10 of Swords in the reverse, I feel like this has been good for you. That 10 of Swords in the reverse feels to me like being away from this person has helped you to establish peace or harmony in your life, or helped you to feel like things were more manageable because you didn't have to deal with this person's chaos. Hello, Carl. What's going on? The Devil. 6 of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. See, this is why I don't trust this. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is clarified by the Devil, right? So for me, this feels like somebody who felt like you owed them or tried to control you in some way. It could also be about addiction. So you may have felt that this person was unreliable because something else made their decisions for them, right? But with the Six of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the world, it's like this person's saying something's over when it's not really over. But they want a second chance. So I feel like this is somebody jumping the gun a little bit, saying that all of my troubles are gone or everything's great. I'm not going to be a problem. Could you take this chance on me? Or could you like believe me? And let me be clear, when people are choosing a sober path or when people are working to address addiction issues, I am not an expert. I am not a counselor. I believe that we need to do what we can to be supportive of people making those impactful changes. But this feels to me like somebody who is manipulating the situation to try to get something from you. And my first inclination is to be protective of your energy. So take that how you should. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Things have been going good for you since this person hasn't been in your life. This is somebody who, it's like they were the dark clouds. They were the rainstorm. You've been making progress probably with career, but I think also just in terms of confidence. This person's no longer around to try to influence how you see yourself, and that's been a good thing. So you're this Queen of Wands. I don't really want to call them the devil. That could cause some confusion. Exactly. What else? Oops, that's drawn up. Okay, so we've got the Five of Wands in the reverse joined by the Five of Pentacles. So the number 5 could be important. And the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is somebody who's saying they've changed. They've acknowledged they needed to make changes in their life. They know they were perhaps wrong in terms of how they treated you, or at least in terms of the decisions they made for their own life. And now they're trying to let you know, I think that they hit rock bottom, or that they, had to change their perspective because there were consequences or there were realities in their life that made them choose a different path. I feel like this is somebody who's maybe codependent and they want you to lend them some money. This is not for all of you, but for some of you, this is a person who is planning on taking money from you. So they're going to tell you everything's fine. They're going to try to have this like friendly reconnect, right? Maybe they want to steal grandma's pearls, grandpa's fishing rod. I don't know. This is something that is manipulative because, and there may be somebody with them that you don't expect. Because I'm seeing that scene in As Good As It Gets when Skeet Ulrich and his buddies show up and like beat up dude, Greg Kinnear, I think. I don't like it. For those of you where this is not about like stealing from you, it's more nuanced or indirect, but it's like, what can I get from you? I'm not going to necessarily go into your jewelry box and try to like make money off of things that you own, but I'm going to see what you're willing to give me. I'm going to make my sob story really effective so that you like maybe throw some cash my way. But this is definitely about seeing you as like an ATM or somebody that can address this Five of Pentacles energy. I don't have any money and I want money. Nightlife. Gamble, take a risk, Vegas. They see you as very kind or caring. You don't have to be a female, but this divine feminine energy tells me that they are looking to reconnect with you because they think you are compassionate, which like that's the nice way of saying it. What they really want to say is I could get something from them. They would believe me. They got a little inability to say no. They feel like they could get something from you. Lockbox, closed in, trapped, frustrated. Grip, anchor, chains, weighed down. Some of you, this is a person who has just gotten out of jail or prison. Some of you, this is someone who's about to go to jail or prison. But they're going to tell you that they're in a situation they cannot control and that only money is going to change the situation for them. Or can I stay here? Yeah, they feel like you're this unconditional love energy. They've got some sort of time to fill. The way I see it is like, I'm driving 1,000 miles and you're 500 miles in. So like, you know, could I spend the night on my way? There's something here about your being an important connection piece to something else. And oh, by the way, can you toss me like some cash? You know? You're going to feel like you can't really trust this person, but initially you want to be kind or like friendly. And then your intuition kicks in and it tells you you probably need to escort this person out or walk away or head home. Please listen to your intuition. This is the Ghost Tarot. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? What else do we have? Judgment in the reverse. Wait. Yeah, Judgment. The Fool in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This is saying it would be best for you to not associate with this person or to not do what they ask you to do. They're trying to convince you that they have left something in the past or that they are not that person anymore, but this is not true. What they tell you about changing doesn't appear to be true. Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. Again, we had that up here. I feel like they've fallen in with the bad crowd or they are still hanging out with the bad crowd. World in the reverse. High Priestess, your intuition tells you something ain't right. I feel like initially you're excited. Maybe they look a little bit better. Maybe they, I don't know, got a more optimistic sounding voice. There's something where initially you want to believe this person, and the more you listen to them, the more you feel like, ooh, I don't know, man. It kind of sounds like you are manipulating me. So you change your perception. Two of Cups. I feel like this is an old friend. or somebody you're related to. I know Two of Cups can talk about love. Sorry, I got an itch. And we did have unconditional love, but I don't feel like this is romantic love. I feel like this is platonic love. You may have at one point loved this person romantically, but I don't get that this is somebody who's like, trying to make love to you or anything like that. I feel like this is platonic energy and someone who feels like because you are a kind, caring person, that you would help them. Hello, Lemonade. What's going on? No skeletons? There should always be skeletons. Or do you mean in closets? Sun in the reverse and the Six of Wands. You figure out that this person's hiding something. Maybe they're just a little too ambitious with their story, telling you everything's great, trying to make it seem like, oh, I made up with like cousin Susie the other day too. They might try too hard to get you to believe something. And it's like, oh, you took it a step too far. Like put like McLovin on your fake ID. Like, really? Couldn't just go for like Chad? Hello, Robert. How's it going? What else do we have? Oh my. Okay. Oop. The moon. No, death. Sorry. Strength. The Hierophant. And the Star. Yeah, honestly, you've got to protect your peace. This is somebody who has not awesome things planned. I do feel like this is somebody who's trying to just get something from you, right? But you have more important priorities. This is somebody who could potentially make it difficult for you to get your work done, to keep your kids or your pets safe. I don't know. There's something here about like, there's too much that you would have to risk to have this person around because they are volatile or difficult to predict. You got to stick to your guns or hold true to your principles, your boundaries, and prioritize your peace. Because remember, Ten of Swords in the reverse, without this person in your life, things have started to seem much better for you. This is the Golden Girls Tarot. Hey, Johnny, how are you doing? What else? Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands. Tower. So your spirit guides are saying when something is told to you and it doesn't sound accurate or it doesn't seem right to you, you agree. You listen to your intuition, right? This is a very defensive Seven of Wands. They're like, ha! Because there is something that this person's trying to do. I feel like it has to do with your home. They want to stay there. They want to take something from your house, or they want to eat all your groceries, whatever it is. The universe is like, no, we don't like that. Magician in the reverse, Nine of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Wands. This is somebody who's trying to tell you they have a new approach, trying to tell you that it's different energy, but they are still selfish. At the end of the day, the issue here is they're selfish and they're trying to manipulate you. Hey, Jamie. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. How we doing? Ooh. This person may feel like they can't go back to where they were previously living. They may feel like it's easy to get you to help them with that. But I do think mostly what they're after is trying to borrow money or trying to just like take money, to be honest. They're trying their focus is to disarm you, to make you feel like everything is like old times, or make you like remember certain things with them because they want to soften you up, right? Hey, Jenny, how are you doing? Hello, Pharaoh. What's going on? Nine of Pentacles and Justice. But see, you've got good intuition. I think you're also quite fine doing things the way you want, not necessarily being an easy to influence type of person. Good for you. So with Justice, I think you've got this little like pros and cons in your list in your head, and you figure out what you need to do about this person. You want to be fair, but you're also not going to be fooled. Six of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Swords. And I feel like you find proof that whatever they're telling you they've changed, or this new energy they say that they have, you find evidence or catch them in a lie that they haven't actually changed, that they are still into the same troubles. Lots of troubles. Hey, Tiana. How's it going? What else do we have? This is the Truth Is. Break. Time apart will be beneficial. Well, you've already had some, and I feel like you want some more or need some more. The future is becoming clear. The vision of your future. You know what you want, and maybe this person's just not it. I need more love. Filing papers. This person could be going through a divorce. They could be looking for a place to stay because they've been divorced or kicked out. They're not going to want to tell you the truth about what happened, though, because they want you to feel bad for them. So that's probably what it is. Some sort of ending, or it could be even a loss of a job, but they want you to feel responsible for them. And I don't feel like you are, you know? This is the Pulp Tarot. Hey, Aqua Beauty, what's going on? What else do we have? King of Cups in the reverse. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody who's saying, like, you know, lend me some money, but they don't plan on paying you back. Or, you know, they're telling you sweet, kind, or like love bomby type things because they want to get on your good side. But this is somebody who's thinking about what they can get out of you. This is somebody who wants you to make their life easier. They feel like you're a reliable person. You probably have a couch for them to crash on. Whatever it is, they're like, okay, so I just have to be good enough for this person to say yes, and then my life is easier. Five of Cups in the reverse. Queen of Cups. It's probably because they're not really interested in talking very much about what has happened that you start to see like some red flags, or you start to question whether or not you should really be talking to this person. This Queen of Cups sitting there on the chair makes me feel like you're very observant, just like, I don't know about you. Or like the dude from Kill Bill. Throwing your beard up. Hello, Danielle. How's it going? What else do we have? Two of Wands. Damn it. Got it. Ooh, Devil in the reverse. Yeah, see, there's something here about you getting other information. Maybe you already know what's going on when this person's trying to tell you what happened. Maybe you got information from the person that they're going through a divorce with. Maybe you heard from someone else in the family, but I feel like you get some sort of reason to believe that you need to watch this person, and then you get additional information that just kind of like validates, yeah, no, you're lying to me about what happened. You want me to feel bad for you. I feel like this person cheated, or they got in trouble for something physical. I'm not gonna lie, for some of you, this person was physically abusive to their partner. For others of you, they were cheating on their partner. I feel like they really don't want to own up to why they got kicked out or why they are in need of your help. And you know that something is up. You know that they're lying about something. For some of you, this person messed with their partner's car. That's messed up. I do not like that. Four of Wands. So this impacts their living situation, and they had to find somewhere else to go or someone else who might be willing to take them in. That's why they're showing up on your doorstep or giving you a phone call. This is What's the News? Let's see, we have Fuego, chemistry, intense passion, things are heating up, and detective, accusations. See, I think you hear that this person stepped outside of their relationship, or you hear that this person lost their temper. Intense passion can also be anger. And they see you as somebody who has been reliable or compassionate, so they want to hope that you don't know. But I feel like by some serendipitous moment or some random run-in, you already heard something about this, or you heard some gossip. Somebody randomly sends you a text when you're sitting right there with the person who's lying to you. But we've got squad, reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends, and supersize me, doing too much, excessive, and overindulgence. Yeah, I feel like there's somebody who's showing up wanting some charity, but not wanting to be honest with you about the damage that they have created in a relationship, or the reason why they are in that Five of Pentacles out in the cold. They done someone wrong. Yeah. So this is saying you're not being paranoid. It's actually advised for you to look into this person and figure out what's going on and be cautious, because they're not being honest with you. This is the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have? What's going on, Illuminati? The Key and the Whip. Yeah, I feel like someone caught their partner cheating, or somebody has stepped out, and because the whip can be about punishment, but it can also be about like kinky stuff. So I think we have somebody that figured out what was going on, and now this person needs you to help them. And they've, I think, asked a lot of people, and most people are like, I don't want to get involved in that. There's a loss here. So if you're new to my channel, whenever I pull the whip, there is a joke that I have to tell you. So, all right. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, please, not the whip. The whip. No, please, anything but the whip. Anything? The whip. Yeah, but if this person tries to tell you that they have stumbled upon this Five of Pentacles energy, or been in this Five of Pentacles energy for some strange reason, and they can't figure out why, they were just trying to do things the right way, they're not being honest with you, and I feel like you will find out that information anyways. So their lies, even if they convince you initially, will be something that you can prove to be lies. We've got the Man with a Shirt and the Coffin. This is someone who's trying to look like they were doing things the right way, or that they ended something, and I feel like they did not end something. So, yeah, I mean, this is not a very honest person. I feel like you already know that about them or you already suspect that. So, this is just saying, like, listen to your intuition. Don't ignore that because this person is definitely trying to manipulate people. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Hello, Jim. I hope you're having a good one. Friend in the reverse. Cheerfulness in the reverse. Wedding in the reverse. I feel like this is someone who's getting a divorce. They're not really a friend. They want something from you. So you're being advised to keep them at a distance. Now we have the priest. I do feel like you're going to hear from somebody the truth of what happened. You're not going to be very surprised. Surprise in the reverse. To hear that this was somebody who was maybe out partying. We had nightlife earlier, so they might have been cheating while they were traveling for work. And there could be a baby involved here. Foe in the reverse. So interesting. It's like we've got one person who may have been a friend of yours, or at least in your friendship group, that you're being advised to like keep at arm's length. And then with foe in the reverse next to the sweetheart, it's like you get maybe information from somebody that you didn't initially like and now you're friends, or because you see this person for who they truly are, you understand a third party better and now you're friends. This is like a shift in the community because you see through this person's lies. Maybe initially you judged the person divorcing them. We've got consolation in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like now you're seeing that you do not want to be supportive of this person because they mistreated somebody who's important to you, or because they're trying to lie to you, like pick one. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Hi, James. How are you doing? Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and in general for being awesome. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.